On this Thursday edition of the Daily, I've got an update and a clarification on the future of Black Diamond Dirt Late Model chassis. There are sprint car news and rumors to chat about. James McFadden is 1 for 1, and we'll talk weekend racing and more. Let's go. It's Thursday, June 12th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. American Table and the P.O. Box is back as show sponsor this week and proudly supports the racing community. The restaurant is excited to welcome all fans, crews, and drivers to town. While you're around Knoxville for the World of Outlaws sprint car races this week, swing by their historic location in Oskaloosa for everything ranging from steaks and burgers to delicious apps and drink specials. Inside the beautifully restored post office that was built in 1902, both the historic upstairs restaurant, American Table, and the bar and grill downstairs, the P.O. Box, will be open. Whether you're refueling after the races or grabbing a bite before heading to the track, they've got a spot for you. Find them at 206 North Market Street in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and visit them online at americantablerestaurant.com. I want to start today with an update on the Stuckey Longhorn merger we talked about on yesterday's show. If you missed it, Stuckey Enterprises, builders of the Black Diamond Dirt Late models, announced this week a merger with Longhorn Chassis. The new Longhorn by Stuckey will continue operating out of their Shreveport, Louisiana shop, and this expands Longhorn's dealer and service network while also bringing Ronnie Stuckey's expertise into the mix. There was a key point in there, though, that I wanted to clarify. I traded messages on Wednesday with Clay Stuckey, and he told me that Black Diamond car builds are not ending completely with the move towards becoming part of Longhorn. He told me, quote, "We still build Black Diamonds, just not full time." The way the release and some of the news stories were worded, it sounded like there would be no more Black Diamonds, but I appreciate Stuckey reaching out to clarify the situation. Current Black Diamond customers can continue getting new parts and repairs like reclipping cars. That will continue to still be available. Stuckey himself actually debuted a new Longhorn this week during Summer Nationals competition, and he said he'll race the Longhorn in a majority of races coming up, but the Black Diamond will still come out to some of the shows. He finished 15th on Tuesday at the Brownstown Bull Ring and was 18th last night at Kankakee. And sticking with the Summer Nationals, all Jason Feger last night in the late model main event. He topped Dylan McCowan in the Adams 75 and Brian Shirley. It was Hell Tour win number 31 of Feger's career. Derek Losh was the night's modified Nationals winner. Summer Nationals Week 1 continues through Sunday with stops at Peoria, Tri-City, Fairbury, and Sycamore. I did say yesterday that I thought this series and its tracks need to do better about finishing at a reasonable time for these midweek shows. Food for thought from last night. The NARC feature in Oregon lasted, I think, about 36 minutes, with the race going checkered about 12:45 a.m. Eastern time. That would obviously be 9:45 p.m. local time out there. And that was about 20 minutes after Feger picked up his win in Illinois. Kankakee did run 5 divisions last night. As for that NARC show's results, 1 race in the Tarleton 21 for James McFadden and 1 win. He slipped by Landon Brooks before halfway, topped Dominic Scelzi and Justin Sanders at the end. McFadden said afterwards he hadn't been in a car in a while, but it certainly didn't take him long to knock off any rust if there was any to begin with. I figured he'd be fast in these races, and with what he showed last night, there's no reason to think he won't be the favorite for kind of the rest of this West Coast trip, and I think all the way to Skagit. The fastest 5 days of motorsports for the NARC Sprint Cars continues tonight at Douglas County in Roseburg, then it's Cottage Grove, Willamette, and Grays Harbor. Before we talk more weekend racing, a couple of sprint car news and notes. First, Christopher Bell and the Kreitz 69K are back together for a pair of Outlaw shows coming up. Don Kreitz is going to be on the road again, this time taking the 69K all the way to Huset's. Bell and Kreitz will race Wednesday and Thursday next week before Bell then heads off to Pocono for NASCAR. This pairing, already with 6 appearances in 2025, they bagged an Outlaw win at Volusia and were third last time out against High Limit at Grandview. Bell might not be the only high-profile NASCAR driver in attendance at Huset's next week. Also, things with the 2KS sprint car in the Midwest will likely remain fluid. Corey Eliason parted with that team not long ago, and we know both Ian Madsen and Christopher Traum have made starts in it. Traum is scheduled to be in the car this weekend against the World of Outlaws at Knoxville, but it sounds like Madsen might get more chances. Traum was 8th at Huset's on Sunday in the 2KS, but missed the Knoxville feature on Saturday night and was well down in the B on Tuesday against High Limit at Eagle. Madsen finished 19th at Jackson 8 days ago. That was against the Outlaws. Trom is a Husitz regular, but I think you could see Madsen run this car during the High Bank Nationals coming up. Stay tuned for news here. Elsewhere this weekend, there's a whole lot of racing to get into. At Knoxville, the World of Outlaws are back for 2 nights, and for some, this is going to be their last chance to get laps at the sprint car capital of the world until August comes around. When the series was at Knoxville in April, the night drew 64 cars, and I would bet we'd be close to that again. High Limit is off, so a bunch of those teams are going to come race. Plus, you have the Knoxville and Midwest regulars competing, and likely several other travelers. Rico Abreu won that April show, and he'll be a heavy favorite again this weekend. I'd also keep an eye on Aaron Reitzel. He led laps in that show back then, and he's been fast lately with High Limit. 2 guys I'm going to be watching are Carson Macedo and Buddy Kofoid. This track has been a problem for these two, and this could be a key weekend to see if they've made any progress on their programs here. Also, if there was a weekend where Donnie Schatz could get back on track, it is at Knoxville. This team wasn't great in April, though, just 17th in a feature, but a win here could really boost their season. Other sprint car options this weekend include POWRi at 34 Raceway, Callaway, and Lake Ozark. Noah Gass leads Ayrton Geniton in that championship. Ohio Sprint Speed Week starts on Friday at Attica. They'll run 9 straight nights through June 21st with Sharon, Millstream, Wayne County, Eldora, Fremont, Waynesfield, Moeller, and Atomic all also on the schedule. All races are $7,500 to win, except the finale at Atomic that is $26,000 to win. Cap Henry, the defending Speed Week champion, and Zane DeVault, the current All-Star Circuit of Champions points leader. We also got USAC Sprint Cars at Red Hill, ASCS at Creek County, and Tri-State, and more. To see a full look at the open wheel schedule, visit sprintcarratings.com or tjslideways.com. Weekend late model action is headlined by Lucas at Smoky Mountain, $10,000 to win on Friday and $30,000 to win on Saturday. As a quick reset for Lucas, Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, Devin Moran, and Hudson O'Neill are the current Chase 4. Garrett Alberson, Brandon Overton, Brandon Shepard right now on the outside looking in. RTJ has the most series wins with 9. Moran has the most top 5s, with 19, and Davenport the most top 10s with 21. RTJ and Overton split the Smoky Mountain wins a year ago. And besides the Summer Nationals I already mentioned, there's also the last few shows for Appalachian Mountain Speed Week, plus a ton of regional racing. DirtOnDirt.com is a great place to see a good schedule. We'll shut things down right there for this week. Like these videos and subscribe if you don't already. Streaming schedule at DirtTracker.com/watch tonight. Follow Dirt Tracker on social media. Have a good weekend. We'll see you back here on Sunday.